Hey, it's Birdman. This week we've got wrestling, we've got trick-or-treating, we've got Pinetop, Lakeside, the wall that heals, lots of stuff going on. And what do you do with pests that are getting ready to move into your house? Let's do this. It's Birdman time for the Arizona White Mountain Podcast Community Shout. We're hanging out here and it's starting to get a little chilly. That's right, we got some rain this morning on Tuesday morning, and we'll see how we're working our way into Halloween. And of course we have the wall that heals that will be open now. So make sure you're checking that out there in Pinetop Lakeside at Mountain Meadow Recreational Complex. But I've got with me Rachel Sutton.
Hello.
From Sutton Weed and Pest Control. Now, we're not going to talk about weeds so much right now, are we?
Yeah, no, they're going dormant. The time to talk about that is March.
But pests, and so Sutton, I got to tell you, one of the reasons that came on our radar was I remember one day that we were at the kitchen going along and everything, and I opened the doors and we had cleared out everything because we actually had some water damage under there. We'd cleared it all out. So we'd cut the whole bottom out, was going to have to redo it. So there was nothing under there. And I opened it up one day, and there was a bunch of little rocks. I'm like, rocks. And I'm like, what, the kids like putting rocks in here? So I cleared the rocks out, put them away, put them back outside. The next morning I open it up and there's rocks. And I'm like, what's bringing rocks in? Well, it turns out we had, I guess, a little friendly furry creature coming down through.
Some kind of pack rat or something.
So you guys came in and actually sealed up things and put a trap in, and we don't even more rocks under there. So that's
good.
That's
good always exciting.
But it's that time of year when, you know, we're starting to get a little chilly. So we're, you know, closing up the house, warming things up, and all the critters that are out there, they want to be warm too.
Yes. Well, and now that people are starting to get wood from their wood piles are really great rodent homes. So if you're taking away their home, they're going to find a new one in your crawl space, most likely. So rodents, their main entry points are foundation vents, or if there's any type of hole or crack, like maybe your crawl space door doesn't seal well. And the super cool thing about what we do, we come and do a full inspection, see exactly what's going on, where the holes are, which ones are you can worry about down the road. If you want, we can fix them now, or which ones, hey, this is a big problem, there's a huge hole. And oftentimes people don't even know that there's a fist-size hole, or rodents can even squeeze through my finger.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go and do inspections and see if we can get our hands in there, and we have this little tool that we can use.
Like if their head fits, they get in. But not just rodents, all the spiders and everything, they like to be warm too, right?
Yes. So many people take winter off for pest control, but it is the time you most want to do it, so you don't have hatching critters in the spring.
Yay. No fun. Okay, cool. So how does someone go ahead about to schedule things, and what do you do?
Give us a call, 928-369-6415, and we will send Ken out to come and do a full home inspection all the way from the chimney down through the crawl space, because sometimes they get in through holes in the roof, gaps in the chimney, and we let you know everything that's going on, and then you can pick and choose. And if you decide you don't want any work done, that's totally fine. As long as we've done our job and shown you what's going on, we can sleep well at night.
There you go. Cool. Anything else?
No. Happy Halloween.
Cool. So make sure you're checking out Sutton West Pest and Weed Control, or Weed and Pest Control. Either one, it doesn't matter. They've got it, and they got what you need. Okay, this weekend, a whole lot of things going on. Of course, Halloween. We've got the Pinetop Lakeside Wall That Heals. It's going on at the Mountain Meadow Recreational Complex. That'll be set up by this point in time, and you can go up there. It's obviously going to be a serene location. Should be quiet, respectful. They will have the ability to do rubbings on the walls, things like that. They do have a directory to find names on the wall as well. So, and I do think there's an app that can help you with that as well. But we'll be up there covering that. Also, the Pinetop Lakeside Trunk or Treat will be going on Saturday. On Saturday at the Country Court Event Hall, there's going to be the White Mountain Rumble. This is wrestling coming here to the Arizona White Mountains. It's sponsored by of course, Munich House. So it's one of the reasons we're talking about this. Go see, check that out event. I think your tickets are available online or there at the door as well. Also at the lodge, they're going to have the Apoca Lodge. That's going to be going on cool event. The Apoca Lodge, of course, their Halloween contest. They've had that, the costume contest, for quite a few years. Good event. And go check it out there at the lodge. Lots of fun going on. Be safe. Slow down. Kids are going to be out trick-or-treating. They'll wear costumes, so be aware of that. And everyone just have a fun and great weekend. Okay, now with me, I've got a gentleman who was here, I think, 2 years ago. And it is King Nee from Ghana.
That's right.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, Rob.
So you've never been on the Arizona White Mountain podcast, but you were on the actually Patriot Edition. We talked to you.
Exactly.
And
yeah,
that was with Ad Mortem Odium with my wife.
That's right.
Because you came up here for the Sholo Film Festival.
That's right.
And, you know, it was funny because I heard a lot of things and looked at a lot of research and found out that, so explain your position in Ghana. So you're king, but.
Yeah. I'm Niguate Aswansa II. I'm the traditional war king of the Ga tribe of Ghana.
Okay.
An ancient tribe that has been around for thousands of years.
Yeah, so that's you sit on a council. Is that how that works, or does it?
Well, the throne is a war council. In ancient times, it overlooked all the territorial areas of the Ga nation, being a war throne back before even the Europeans were in the Gold Coast, which is now Ghana. There have been tribal conflicts. We have never invaded other tribes for the sake of conquering them. But we have intervened militarily on behalf of other tribes to ward off some tribes wanting to overrun and overtake territories. So we have always have this war throne, which has never launched offensives just for the sake of, war. War is, bloody.
Yes.
And we believe we're all one people. We are interconnected, even though we speak different dialects. So my forefathers in our history have never waged wars of oppression. And also the transatlantic slave trade took place in our territory, the Gold Coast, now Ghana.
Yeah.
And my tribe was never part of the selling of humans. Well, the former so-called colonial masters who came to the Gold Coast to trade with our forefathers, my forefathers, in gold, ivory, spices, and so many minerals which we have in abundance. And we did sign agreements with all these European kingdoms who came there. But the trade in gold and ivory and spices later changed to the trade in human cargo.
Yeah.
Leading to the transatlantic slave trade, which is one of the worst thing to happen to.
Agreed. Yeah. Any of that is definitely bad at any level. So you, Sholo, in this area, the Arizona White Mountains, came on your radar because of the film festival, correct?
Yes, but there was an individual by name Ray Williams.
Okay.
The late Ray Williams. May his soul rest in perfect peace. I was connected to Ray Williams by the former secretary to Larry Holmes, the former heavyweight champion. Angel East connected me to Mr. Ray Williams, who was based in California. So I was in the US in 2018, and Larry Holmes was then celebrating 40 years since he won the heavyweight title from Ken Norton.
Right.
So I joined in to also go to honor him, being that he's a legend, and also a connection with my tribe in boxing, also, goes together. So yes, I was in the US 2018, June, honoring Larry Holmes, and I got a chance to reunite with Angel East, who was the former secretary to Larry Holmes.
Yes.
And we had a beautiful conversation, and Angel said, I'd like to connect you to an individual, a friend of mine named Ray Williams. He's older, per human being is older than 83 years old. But let me connect you to him. You guys can have talk. You guys can connect, maybe business. He can also do some things to help you on a humanitarian front. because I believe in trying to help to build schools and hospitals and recreational facilities, libraries for our people
Yes.
in the country. So yes, I did connect with Mr. Williams, and we had a beautiful relationship, even though we haven't met. And as we proceeded with this friendship, Ray Williams, I told Ray Williams that I do have a plan to come up with a blockbuster movie in the near future.
Okay.
And I explained the film to him. He was like, whoa, this is a beautiful film. When this film is rolled out, it could be a blockbuster. But he said, look, I have a friend named Martina Webster. And I would like to connect you with Martina. So one day he called me. I was in Ghana. He was in the US. And he said, well, let me connect Martina on the line so that we can have a three-way call. And Martina came on the line, and Ray introduced me to Martina. I introduced myself to Martina, and I explained to Martina that in the near future, being that they are in the film industry, and at least they have the experience to at least give a guide.
Yes.
You know, and for me personally, I have no idea how filming and other things go about. But
Yeah, you just want to tell a story. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Have somebody with a professional, touch. So then Ray Williams connected me with Martina. And I did kept in touch with both of them. And in September 2019, I was coming to the US to meet Ray Williams for the first time.
Yes.
And then also get to meet Martina. And 2 weeks before I leave Ghana, I had a call from the wife of Ray Williams that Mr. Williams has passed on.
Yes.
Well, it broke my spirit because we had so many plans that we want to implement. He was a wonderful individual. He was very experienced. He knew so many people. And he was making some really wonderful connections for me on the humanitarian front. So it was a big blow to me personally, but it didn't stop me from continuing on my trip.
Right.
So I did continue on my trip, and I arrived in the US September 25th, 2019. And I reached out to Martina to let her know that I'm in the States. Well, she also knew Mr. Williams has passed on.
Right.
The irony of the whole thing is that I never met Mr. Williams one-on-one.
Wow.
And I got to know later from Martina that even though they spoke on phone, she also never met him. So now it was with faith that, okay, Ray Williams is no more.
Right.
But who knows what could come between myself and Martina working together in the near future. So the best thing to do is to reach out to Martina and try to join her in a film festival. So I flew from Washington, D.C. to Phoenix and then to Charlotte for the first time in 2019.
Yes.
To join in a film festival, to meet Martina for the first time. And wonderful experience for me, honestly. And I had the opportunity to meet you too.
Yes.
And your wife. So yes, it's something that I look back, and it's wonderful that Mr. Williams, even though I never met him, we are sitting here today because of him.
So it's kind of funny because this area, Cassius Clay, who then became Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali used this area for training because of its altitude. Way back when. So there's a very interesting connection in synergy of things that have happened here.
I didn't know that.
I wanted you to tell your story because I wanted people to understand what the film festival brings to the table and how it brings people here that otherwise might not be here. There's always uncertainty about growth, or people don't know what they want or anything. Sometimes they want to move here and say, everybody stay away. But we're going to grow. Every area goes through growth phases and down phases. It's just a part of life. And it's important to understand that the film festival brings a different kind of economy. If everybody, we live off of tourism up here right now. If we could have another economy up here, then we wouldn't have to be
Why not?
so dependent upon tourism.
Why not? For me, being from Ghana, the long way from Charlotte, Arizona. Even if you take a plane from Ghana, we don't have a direct flight coming to Arizona. I may have to take a plane direct flight from Accra to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And then do a connecting flight to Arizona, Phoenix, and then continue to Charlotte. For me personally, my first time, 2019, and 2020, we all had planned to meet next year for the film festival, but the pandemic rolled in, and all of us were fighting for our lives.
Yes.
We thank God. I mean, people I know that I met here, I've been able to come back to meet the same people. So I'm grateful to God for keeping people together for us to meet again. But for me, for my first time, was a wonderful experience to look at all the talents that the film festival brings together. We, back in Ghana, Africa, follows American movies. And for me to be here in the US, joining with the Sholo Film Festival and getting to interact with film directors, producers, script writers, people, and they are young.
Yes.
Young people. And I really admire them for their skill to be able to put scripts together and later to be put on screen. And you could see that, yes, America is really the bastion of filmmaking.
Yeah.
Just as we've known all the years that we've been watching American movies. But for me personally, I had the opportunity through the Sholo Film Festival to be able to see the big picture. That yes, this is real. There are people behind all these films. And here I am directly with these people. I had some interactions with some of them, and they were very talented. And I believe, like you said, if Sholo is a place that thrives on tourism, the Sholo Film Festival can bring so many people to the area, and this can grow. I can start to bring people from Ghana
Yes.
in the near future to this area, and we can build for a different addition to tourism to the area. And we are talking about film.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. And once again, it is King Nee from Ghana.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rob.
Hey, this last weekend there was the Walk Runaway. It was hashtag Walk Runaway from Abuse. They raised almost $16,000. Those girls did a phenomenal job in a literally about 6 weeks amount of work. So congratulations to those girls. So you can listen to the podcast, and that's, of course, on the regular Arizona Way Mountain podcast. It's just an audio version called Gaslight Proof. The girls have a couple episodes out now, and we'll be continuing that, talking about how to avoid narcissists and how to deal with mental and physical abuse. So make sure you check that out. I'm Birdman, and as I always say, if I don't see you around town, I'll catch you right here on the web.